Salutations, everybody. What's up? I realized I forgot to open the VTuber app, PNG Tuber app, so for now just enjoy my voice. Oops, I opened it twice. Hold on. Ugh. 1 second. Please respond. There we go. I see myself. Now it's only time for me to pop in. Here I am. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Can't believe it's already November. Absolutely bananas how... It's absolutely bananas just how time works. Mariah Carey is already defrosting from her caged glacier. Not that I'm much of a fan. Some things should stay contained inside. Yeah. I hope everybody had a nice Halloween. I went to game dev meetup. I also posted a picture of myself there, and the people who were the venue was actually decorated and inspired for Halloween. You had cobwebs and bats and pumpkins and Halloween songs, and it's funny because Halloween isn't a holiday we celebrate here. Like, it isn't celebrated there. But I think that, like, any opportunity, like, to have good vibes and, like, have candy and the like is something that's very looked forward to. You know? Yeah. Anyways, other than that, not much has happened. I mean, it's only been like, what, a month since we began streaming? I mean, not a month, like 2 days. Me and my worth soup. You know how it is. I also uploaded a new reel for the channel of my big meltdown from Balatro. So if you guys follow me on like Instagram and the Clock app, I also have a TikTok. Should probably add some labels eventually. I have a tendency to just forget doing all that logistical details, which will probably be the best for me. Yeah. Honestly, one of these days I might like invest in like hiring a clip or something, but I think that for now I'm going to stay with you know, just streaming. I mean, I'm probably just going to stay with just editing my own clips, despite the fact that I don't it tends to take time and all that. I'm also trying to figure out ways where the clips would also be more phone friendly. There we go. I made myself closer to the mic. Let's see, there's the screen capture. I'm looking for the... Also, we don't need the scream count anymore because Ace Attorney isn't that much of a scary game. Honestly, it was pretty fun playing mouthwashing with you guys. I found the horror that is in there to be less of the sadness for what? For closing the scream counter with the Comic Sans? Yeah. Like, a few words about mouthwashing before we continue on to the next game. Wow. Hold on. Rain is not raining. I found the horror in the game that despite all the body horror, like the big true fears of the banality of evil and all that, I don't know if anyone is, I don't know if anyone is, who's watching this or has played mouthwashing, so I'll keep it light, but I think the true villain of the game is just it's someone that it's very like you're gonna meet at least once, and it's just kind of terrifying. But now, onwards to something less terrifying. We are in the newest, seems like I have some unlocked stuff. Probably some accolades. Some stuff from the photo album. I'm guessing it's all the screenshots. Sure, less terrifying. Yeah. We are currently somehow in the final case of the first Ace Attorney Investigations game. Not that it's terrifying, I mean, we are bound to reach it eventually. But, looks at the final boss. The final boss for Ace Attorney Investigation is less terrifying and more something else. A lot. He is a lot. He definitely is. I'll have to see what he provokes and like what he's gonna provoke the moment I'll actually watch the show. We'll get to it ourselves. But last time we played, we finished Terminal Reminiscence. And afterwards, we started Turnabout Ablaze. In terms of Reminiscence, we found out that Callisto Yu was the killer of Byron Faraday and Macrel. But, and that she also declared herself to be the Atagarasu. Okay, Faraday, however, declares that it's actually her dad who was the real Atagarasu and that Callisto Yu is a fake. Edgeworth and friends go to investigate in the Codopian embassy. There, I said correctly. And it turns out that Manny Cochin, which I want to believe that's how you pronounce his name. It might not be. Was murdered, and that he was associated with the smuggling ring, which has been looming over all the cases so far. Oh, and Kay's being suspected for murder, which is honestly kind of in line for... It's kind of like something in a resume of like every Ace Attorney assistant who is in Susatomi Kotoba. And now look at this, it's Shilong Lang. Count off! 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's, I like how they continue the running gag there. Chifu, 99 callouts. So all 99 members are most likely here and accounted for, sir. Hey, Ball of Goof, welcome to the stream. We are currently playing Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. I'm also gonna try to adjust my location. If you can have a young female co-counsel, not have her framed for murder. Yeah, unless you are Susatomi Kotoba, in which case, the writer found out that, like, it's probably, in this case, like, the writer basically found out that, wow, my brain is not working. Where the writer Shutakumi found out that not every assistant needs to be either kidnapped or framed for murder. She's probably the only one. Trucy was also the only one, and then like in Apollo Justice, and then like in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, they were like, oh, we're going to have to fix that. Hey you! Yeah, the second number one from my right. One! I love how I knew what the reference you were talking about, explode things. Sir! Yes, sir! Here, a birthday present for you. Snapcube. Yeah, Snapcube, my beloved. Shifu! I didn't know you knew all of our birthdays. What a kind heart you have. You're more man than I'll ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Ooh. What will he say? Long Z says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. Shifu is like master in Chinese, right? Yeah. Man versus Juan, colorized 2024. That present isn't for you. It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Tell him I said hi, and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir! Shifu, I can't believe you remember that much about each of us. Absolutely whack. Hi, happy birthday. Let's say hi, happy birthday to the MIB's relative. Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying. Everyone cries in unison. I should probably leave them to their alone time. Alright, meeting's over, everyone. Head for your posts. Dismissed! Sir! I can't stop crying. Police officer, deadpan-faced in a 1,000-yard stare. He's probably crying on the inside. Yo, were you guys there the whole time? I got a call from Sheena, and she already filled me in. Sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. Yeah, he is back in his element. I actually talked with GamerCore off stream about Lang, and GamerCore told me that he's much better in this case than the other one, so we'll have to see. He kind of made a bit of a doofus himself in the third one. I simply require that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. And what if I say no?
Objection!
Here comes Franziska to back our ass. Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same rights. Sorry, sis, but it's not that simple. Yeah, absolute queen behavior. Franziska von Karma is my friend. Alabast has the strictest immigration regulations in the world, or didn't you know? Even among my elite men, only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen, we might spoil the soup, if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabast, Miss von Karma. I have the finger. Aha! I have the finger. You cannot stop me. Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabast are a bit of a mess right now. What do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you? An incident in Alabast as well. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Whew. Okay. Look, Wolfie! Did Gumfuck not tell you that Alabast is off limits? Just let us in already. Hold it! I called it! I remember that he was going to I remember that he was going to show up now. It's him. Oh boy, it's him. We'll see. Is there a problem here, Agent Lang? Look at this guy in his nice little fro. Not really. Just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation.
having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in that kind of situation. It is all because I lack the strength to govern well.
I mean, he's the ambassador. He's not the... I don't know if he's like the governor. Like ambassadors count like as governors.
Please, it is nothing of the sort, Ambassador. You weakling Curtius! Curse your frailty and inability to effect change in your country.
No! Oh my god! Man, the personal attack with that guy. Activist guilt, am I right? I mean, he's more of a diplomat, if anything. Hold on. Here's the chat. 1. A diplomatic official of the highest rank, appointed and accredited as representative of one government or sovereign to another, usually a specific length of time. A diplomat official heading to his country's permanent mission. Hold on, I need to mute the messaging app. There we go. An unofficial representative. I see. So they can be a representative of the government. I'd be pissed off too if someone cut off my nose mid-argument. I think his nose was already cut to begin with.
What are you? The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. And it is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Lang.
He's Tree Man, Edgeworth, yeah. There, you see?
Oh, no way! Hold it!
Oh, that was Palino. That was Palino.
Ambassador Alba, I ask to please reconsider letting them into Alabast.
What's that?
My very own secretary has been murdered in the Babalese embassy.
Oh, that smile, the damn smile.
And he was apparently caught in some very shady dealings completely unbeknownst to me.
So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. Bro, bro came out straight out of the tanning salon ad, absolutely. Pale ass old man versus tan ass younger man. Yeah, more cute. It's the coupon lad. I'm glad you remember it's not Jazz and Kitty.
These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday.
Alright, I get it. Even if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give it the final okay anyway.
Alright! You hear it, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in!
Not so fast, Mellow Crow girl. That was my phone alarm. You're still a witness in the Babal murder, so I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal. Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me.
Yes, sir!
Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better. Franny Council time. Yeah, we're so back. And this time it's older Franny, not a younger one. I hope she'll still be as funny as younger Franziska. Younger Franziska fucking... my face when Lang does the ghetto walk. Ghetto as in the character from Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way. He does look like Suguru.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
So I wanted to ask for a while now, but... that lady over there, is she who I think she is?
Don Flamingo walk. I'm guessing that there is a similarity. Ah, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet. Franziska von Karma, the prosecutorial prodigy. It's nice to see you again. The Furamingo.
Ooh, I knew it! You're the whip lady!
You may address me as Miss von Karma.
Miss von Karma, I leave the investigation of Alabast in your hands.
Le fromage. Why fromage? Oh, because do flamingo, it sounds like fromage. We getting cheesy today?
Thanks. Rest assured, I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Atagarasu. The smuggling ring, huh? Perhaps I should ask Franziska a bit more about them before I head into Alabast. Oh, and I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Palaeno for all he has done for me.
I pronounced his name right this time. Awesome. Let's start with talking to Franziska.
You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's truly amazing.
Let's see if Franziska can take a compliment.
Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. There is no room for further failure in my perfect investigation. In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct? It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following.
You mean the Barbalese ink?
But why are there restrictions on the export of Barbalese ink to begin with? That's classified Interpol info.
Hold it!
Franziska, as your subordinate, I am part of the investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you? Point taken. Very well, I will fill you in. Recently, we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulating in Jiangfa.
Counterfeit bills?
Yes, as you may have deduced. The counterfeits are being made with special Barbalese ink.
And why is that?
The bink.
They're using the bink. I out-bullshitted your bullshit, little sister. That he did.
And it's virtually impossible to distinguish the bills made with Barbalese ink from the real ones. Thus, it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Babal. That's when the document comes into play, correct? Correct. Mr. Korshen was smuggling large amounts of Barbalese ink. Furthermore, he was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment.
He was just in charge of the whole ass printer.
That's all the evidence I need to know that he was the head of the smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem.
Imagine being incriminated as the head of a smuggling ring just because you're the person who's in charge of the printer in the embassy. Pretty wild.
Let me guess. You still have yet to find out the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink. Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Barbalese embassy, we're looking into the Alabastian embassy next.
I mean, the intern is getting more money from the smugglers than the job. Fair. Honestly, fair.
It doesn't matter where they're hidden. Mark my words, I will find them.
Let's talk with Palaeno.
Ambassador Palaeno, I'm in your debt.
It's probably an important note. You are in charge of all the important office documents. Yeah, no shade towards the printers. Printers are a lifesaver. Someone who knows how to operate a printer is a lifesaver. And printers can get pretty messy, especially if it's like the industrial printers and not house printers.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Because it's all I can do for you, I'm afraid.
I only ask that you please bring Mani's killer to justice.
Copy machines too, yeah.
I will, Ambassador, on my honor. Wow, you're so sensational. You've really piqued my curiosity. I know they aren't much, but no, I'm giving them wholeheartedly.
Let me, chat, I'm going to let you guess what he's gonna give him. I have something I need to put down. Also, wrong answers only. What is Palaiano going to give Edgeworth? Okay, I'm back. Sundance Kitty said a mystery. Exploding said Apollo's hamburgers, it's a regional dialect. Gamercore said Pattern Skinner burgers, old family recipe. A very long hug. That's from Eddie Fender in case 2. That's from Eddie Fender in game 2. You'll see. Eddie Fender really likes his hugs. No, that's quite alright. Oh, well, how about this then? We got the Bink! And what exactly is this? It's fountain pen ink. Known as Babalese ink, it's made exclusively in Babal. So, this is Babalese ink. We make it from the wheat crystal oil, which is mined through our mineral mines. Edgeworth, you were just told about Bink. Yeah. Called the programming oversight. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer. How fortunate for me. The ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I'll gladly accept your gracious gift. Great! Wonderful! I guarantee to you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you run out, you're always welcome to come and visit our fair nation. Are you at least going to give me a discount on the plane tickets? No! Okay then. Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. Well, shall we get going? Oh, it seems like someone came. Oh, it's Kay and Edgeworth. I mean, Kay and Gumshoe. What's wrong, Kay? I didn't get permission to enter Alabast. So we're going to go gather whatever info we can over in the Babalese side, okay? Alright, I'm counting on you too. Right, and I'm counting on you and Miss Von Karman to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, and Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phony, let me know, okay? If you tell me, I'll rush you over straight away no matter where you are. I'll let you know when the time comes. Edgeworth said come. I still love Kay and her theme. Kay is awesome. Honestly, some things about this game don't hold up as well as they did from last time, but Kay Faraday is definitely one of the things that do hold up. She's a bundle. She's really fun. She's a really, really fun character. I also just really like, playful, thief/ninja characters who secretly have a heart of gold. Like with Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII. She's also my favorite. I also like her from the original version. The one in remake has more of is a little more fleshed out. But I also like Yuffie from FF7, who's just a little gremlin. Oh my god, it's the Steel Samurai! Whoa! What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? Oh no. You're... Edgy! Oh, thank heavens you're here! Well, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Vincent and Red 13 are my favorite FF7 characters, not counting Zack, of course. Valid. Red 13 is really awesome. I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship! The raven! It appeared! Poof! And then disappeared. Swoosh! Though I am the Steel Samurai, my sword I'm so confused, I don't know what anything means anymore! Who is this fruitcake? I am Larry of the House of Butts, married man of Neo Old Tokyo, milady. Oh man. Larry is a piece of work. No, I remember. This person was one of your friends, isn't he? He's one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Yes, frightfully enough, he is. Hey, what's up with that answer? Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? It's Larry and Franziska. But it's Larry and Franziska. Yeah, true. Larry, what the fuck are you talking about? Your best bud in a bind, and you act like it's no big deal. What sort of bind are we talking about here? The suspect kind! Actually, getting suspect in a murder! Well, if I had a nickel every time Larry became a suspect in the murder, I'd have 2 of them. By the way, I remember talking to I remember seeing a conversation in Discord a while back where one of my friends said that Larry in a relationship is functional and he's less of a disaster than when he is single. He's a walking disaster of a man when he's not in a relationship. I see. That is quite the bind. Not that we're in the least bit surprised. Yes, I pretty much accepted this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T. Honestly true. But he did get you out of, his testimony did help you out in case 4. Hey, what kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends going down by 1. Oh, wow. No, you can't. Larry, you can't say that. That was uncalled for. It was. Besides, wait, hold on. Larry? It was you! Edgy and the Hedge, yeah. You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph? Hmm? Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through the headpiece. What's going on? And why are you a bit red? Sorry, what? Could you not speak to me right now? Oh, for those who don't know, last stream, the Edgeworth saw the Steel Samurai actor in a stage play, and he asked for an autograph. And it turns out it was actually something made by Larry Butts. Hold it! Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? Aha. So this is the incident you mentioned earlier. Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Franziska knows about your hyperfixation, Edgeworth. You grew up in the same house. I wonder how much of a Toku nerd Edgeworth was when he lived with the Von Karmas. Was he closeted about it, or was he more open? Either way, Francisca probably caught a whiff of it. Of what, you ask? Of the murder of a man who snuck in this embassy. Masque du Masque the Second. Masque du Masque the Second? Only Larry could get himself to yet another mess as fine as it is. As this. No matter what the facts seem to say, Larry's not the type to commit murder. What the fuck kind of name is that? There's a, yeah, it's a Game 3 reference. In Trials and Tribulations, in the Case 2, you basically have a phantom thief called Masque du Masque. And the original Masque du Masque is just the biggest loser wife guy out there. Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I am Le Masked. You will never catch me. I have to prove that Larry Botts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Shifu, we've identified the victim. Good work. I'll take that report now. Agent Lang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well? But he's our wife guy. Yeah, Ron Delight is a joy. He's definitely one of my favorite one-time defendants. The victim is redacted, not for long. What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. Man, there's a... TikTok brain rot absolutely destroyed the term, like, that kind of alpha speaking, and it's more about, like, the alpha male self-report. It's, less, It's less, alpha... It's less like the big alpha male stuff on TikTok where a bunch of like straight men like decide to do it. It's more like the really goofy the goofy werewolves from the Disney Channel original movie. They kind of gotten infamous online, and whenever I see this goofy ass Shilong Lang, I just can't help but think of anything else other than that. Alpha Bitch, though, has not been ruined. Yeah, Alpha Bitch, though, has not been ruined, but, an alpha is forward, an alpha is right, an alpha is never afraid of a fight. They don't ask for politely, they kick down the door. And show him who's boss with a roar. This is basically Shilong Lang's modus operandi. I'm only speaking the truth, guys. So now, you may not take a peek, for I am needlessly a bully. But Agent Lang! Hold it. Guys, it's our boy! Tyrell Bad. Agent Lang. Does Lang get pegged? I'm guessing that if you look in the right places on the internet, you will find that. Will you allow an investigator such as myself to take a look? Ah, yes, of course. Glacier is Team Jacob. Guys, I don't even know what team I am in, like, Twilight, because... yeah, it is bad. Lang is for sure power bottom. Yeah, Bad is absolutely a Delph. Hands down. We're only like 43 minutes into the stream and people are just already being horny over Bad. But to be fair, he is a silver fox. Yeah, in terms of Twilight, I only watched the first movie and I kind of know what happens in the sequels because I've been online and watched enough bad movie reviews. Reviews of bad movies and bad movie reviews. You're Detective Bad! You're the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, right?
Fancy meeting you here, Detective. You weren't expecting me. Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after Yatagarasu non-stop. He's the best detective in the series. Honestly, he's definitely the most badass, that's to be certain. But I honestly really like Emma. I really like Emma. And also Herlock Sholmes is a goofball. Sorry, Sholmes. That is more badass, but Sholmes is more funny. Just a very good interpretation of the classic character. Ever since the day 7 years ago, I've chased after Yatagarasu non-stop. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop, in case a card was ever found. What incredible dedication to the case. Detective Bad knows Yatagarasu's M.O. very well. And his passion for the chase hasn't died down these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you going to make an ally of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest Yatagarasu. If you can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share my info with him. I'm in your debt, Detective Bad. We love him. We love Silver Fox, guys. About the murder of the Mask II. Would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details? When the Yatagarasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty. You know, one of the things I really like about Detective Bad is that, okay, mild spoilers for Game 2, for Prosecutor's Gambit, but the writers knew they had such a cool character going on, and is that they just plopped him in, No, it's not the Inherited Turnabout. They changed the title, but in the third case of Game 2, he actually shows up for a bit. And they even changed his sprite to make him look younger. And put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. You knew your dad. Yeah, I did know his dad. That's nice. Hey, Zomango. Welcome. Happy Friday. As happy as it can be. We're currently playing Case 5 of Ace Attorney. And if you missed anything, then the rest of the series is on the backlog in my YouTube channel. The Mask II. He broke into the embassy. Probably to steal some treasure or another. And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room. I'm making art school homework for the first time. It feels weird. Ooh, wow, good luck! I believe you can do it. I hope this stream will be some nice background noises while you do that. You can do it. I believe in you. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai? He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he is completely harmless. Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was going to give a commemorative speech. And that's when the Yatagarasu showed up. But keep in mind, the Yatagarasu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty. A no-show. Who was it that failed to make their seat? The Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location in this signed room at that time. What a goofy ass. I can't believe the Steel Samurai was upgraded from children's show star to diplomatic ambassador. Art is political. Point in case the Steel Samurai. My laptop. There we go. And where was he? He was on the roof, with one of his legs down a chimney.
Oh wow. I mean, Japan does that with a lot of its media. That is true. Did you guys hear that the Vatican also got a mascot recently?
That chimney leads directly to this room. Ugh. Larry Butts, you've really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? In any case, I believe it's high time to start my investigation.
Larry? Yeah, but you have a lot of questions to answer me, buddy.
Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about.
Oh good, make Christianity more appealing to children. Yay, Catholics! Franny's still so short. I think she's a little taller than me. I mean, she was like 150 centimeters back in case 4, and like I think she's like 160 centimeters in this one. A little more than that, but she's definitely taller than me. If you guys want to know what's my, like how tall I am, then look up Edelgard's height from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It's really funny. Yeah, I'm also very short. I have to sit on a chest so you guys will see me.
What is it?
I want to see someone make a character named Larry but spelled Larry. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't have to be... What happens when you use 2 chests? Then I become tall. Yes, I will become big. Larry. That sounds like a very, white... That sounds like a very, white name, to be honest. Like, Larry, but it's spelled differently to be special.
It's like both you and him.
How is it that both of you always manage to have such cute or hot girl by your side? God damn it, Larry. And Franzi, what about the promise you made to me?
Promise? What promise?
The one where you said you would model for my next book, Franzi's Whoopity Whip Trip. Larry.
Harry, that's my fucking sister.
Yo!
I made no such promise.
Ever since grade school, we've had a sudden staring about Larry.
When something smells, it's usually the butts.
The tact game on this guy is absolutely non-existent.
One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers.
I will say, they didn't do much of a good job of adapting his... Larry looks so dead inside with these sprites. And it's not the case in his portrait over here. They just forgot to give him pupils. Absolutely no thoughts behind this guy. Or soul. Right?
As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Loris Dunim? No?
That's Dunim! Loris Dunim! Get that straight in your head, Edgy! The hard-earned Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, he does. I'm gonna try to give him this Shaggy, voice. Gosh, Coop, there is a mystery going on here! There's something really scary going on here! That's Dunim! Loris Dunim! Get that straight in your head, Edgy! Like zoinks, man! I cannot do a Shaggy. Ow, ow, ow!
Now I remember. You're that old pale imitation of a real artist.
No, no, no! You've got it all wrong! I gave up on that, the whole Loris business. He still draws really well. Besides, when Banjolina left me and my heart to pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. She's been so good to me, I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through this Steel Samurai outfit.
Your inane blazering makes less and less sense each time we meet.
I believe he's saying that he's picked up this part-time job as a Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess. You got it! I knew you'd know what I meant, Edgy. Yeah, he goes back to art in Ace Attorney in case 3. He was in a bit of a creative break. I like how Edgeworth knows Larry so much that he's actually able to translate his train of thinking.
Not really, it's not much I understood. But a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry.
At least someone uses their art degree. Is this a call-out? Oh, Phoenix, this is a call-out towards Phoenix. It's true! He is correct in calling Edgeworth edgy. Yeah. Edgeworth is a bit edgy, but now he's more of a dork. I mean, I can't call you out. Excuse me, I did the character. I do a lot of art for this. I did the last stream though. Yeah, please. There was a lot of stuff to call me out on.
Larry, I'd like for you to confess right now to everything you did tonight.
Confess? Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too!
Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we're talking about you, keeping you humble.
It's true. It's so true.
Well, past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event.
Edgy! How can you be so mean? Stabbing with your words like that?
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search to a key to unlock your heart this time.
Oh, that's a reference to my favorite moment in all of Ace Attorney. So, in Trials and Tribulations and Justice for All, Phoenix gets a Magatama that has the ability to basically unlock. It's a basically gameplay mechanic where you can interrogate people by unlocking the hearts on their hearts and basically make them get a secret. So in case 5, and again, light spoilers for a game that's almost 20 years old at this point. Probably already 20 years old at this point. Wow. So Edgeworth basically lends Phoenix's Magatama after he is hospitalized, and basically starts using the Magatama, and he calls the Psyche locks Psycho locks because Edgeworth's pronunciation is very bad as usual. And during the end of the investigation, like, he asks Larry something, and then Larry gets 5 Psyche locks, and then Edgeworth is like, no! That's it, I'm not going to bother with this, I'm just going to interrogate it in court. It's so funny. That was such a funny moment.
So it suggests that you cooperate and tell me what you know.
Okay, I get it. Just stop Frenzy from whipping me from behind! So, I guess I don't want to do this minigame again! It's not the worst minigame, but it's fair. So I guess you do know what I did, right, Edgy?
I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So you will tell me exactly what you did, Larry.
Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. Not a lot more! Edgeworth gets his own minigame next phase. Yeah, Logic and the Mind Chess is really fun. Definitely one of the funner minigames in the series. I'd say that it's even better than... Like, I also really like the deduction dances in the Great Ace Attorney games. They're really fun. And great set pieces. But I will say that, but I do think that, like, Mind Chess is still my favorite minigame in this series, just out of concept and execution.
Confess. Now.
Okay, well, I was up on the roof.
And why exactly were you up there? Oh, you know, that wintry custom and the legendary hero. Legendary hero.
Santa Claus!
Oh boy. Santa Claus. I wanted to do the thing that he does, so I climbed up onto one of the chimneys. Franziska and Larry really need to get a room already. Franziska is too lesbian for him. I'm sorry. Unless it's a room where Franziska can just beat the shit out of him until he faints. She already did that to Phoenix. But when I got there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. Torture room. Yeah, exactly. She's probably gonna take him to a torture room. And... well, I couldn't go down a chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. I would like to imagine Franziska provides goods and services for all who ask. She's a professional after all. Are you tired of procrastinating all the time and it's just her stim toy, the Von Karma reputation. Okay, hold on. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna make something funny.
Objection!
Wait. Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Hold on. There we go. Funny charging up. Okay, focus. I wanna... probably because I did a mistake. There we go. Hold on. This is going to take a second, but Forrest, I know, I did graduate junior high, you know? Okay. What is happening is that I'm gonna do a funny. Okay. Are you tired of procrastinating all the time? Do you often feel like you have a hard time controlling your bad impulses? Well, with my special perfect treatment, I, Franziska von Karma, will be able to coach you in getting more deep discipline. With the help of my VIP, and you can book a session with me where I coach you on how to have a more perfect behavior. And in case you get wrong, well, you're going to get a bit of a whipping. A bit of a whipping for a bit more discipline. 9 out of the 10 clients we've gotten have got 9 out of the 10 clients says that the treatment has helped them, whether by showing inspiration or by fear, and by connecting the cognitive and by creating the cognitive. Oh my God, no! I gotta continue with this, and by connecting a cognitive connection between the mistake and VIP, you have the ability to collect yourself and be more presentable, charismatic, and less of a shame to the other people around you. Yes. So call today to 1-800/Von Karma to get your first introduction meeting, and then the rest will be $29.99. That is 1-800 plus Perfect Von Karma. Von Carver Flipping Industries is not in charge of any mental holdbacks or any arousals from the whip. Treatment is not available for the faint of heart. Thank you. You're welcome. Mommy, take my money. Oh wow, that was hard. I like the implication that Edgeworth is her lawyer. Franziska, I told you the startup is going to be a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. They just don't appreciate it yet. He's registered as a defense attorney like her. He is. Back to the game. Oh man, that was one of my better gags. Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Boo! Oh, crud! Please clip that vid as a vid on YouTube. I am going to edit this. I will. It will take me a while though. But yeah. Is it your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as prime suspect in this murder? Come on, man! What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa?
Objection!
Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. Happy Ides of March, everybody. Santa only visited homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit. Almost Christmas means that it wasn't Christmas, guys. No! I thought he was gonna say, come on, man, what's wrong with murder? I mean, I'm pretty sure that he knows what's wrong with murder. Hey, wait a sec, we're not in court. I love this goofy ass asshole. What a fucking doofus. There are some weapons on display in the wall. A crossbow and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. They must be the counterparts of the Barbalese knives. Although murder never killed everyone. People die when they're killed, yes. Which means that the blades inside of these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. No one has died of murder, they died to me, who murdered them. That's probably what the culprit said. That's what Callisto U says. No one, Edgeworth, no one has died of murder. They died to me, who murdered them. Yeah, it is Treeman. The bush does look like Treeman. I want to arrest with respect to every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, the first thing I want to know is, why is this bent? It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. More like sleazy and dirty. It comes a little like, whoosh! When you hold it, you just want to live life! Like BAM! You do well to watch what you say, Larry. Hello, it's just as Larry says. The spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into their opponent? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task. What's wrong, Edgy? You're just starting them into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine. Did I say anything about wanting one? Maybe I can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. I will point to something about this spear. Larry doesn't know how to thrust. See, that's why he can't keep a girlfriend. Wow.
Amazing. I have the humor of a middle schooler. I'm just going to say something random. Here goes. I mean, you can use other bones. It puts lotion on the skin. What is? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is there a weapon on display like this? Yeah, I got it too. I do not like that. I wonder why there's no whips on display here. Knives adorned with flowers on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts of the Barbarese knives. The blades of these knives should match the blade of the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. What? One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if these two pieces of the blade handle fit each other. It would appear they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. Is this courtroom number 7? Hello, welcome to the stream, Mark. We are streaming Ace Attorney and Investigations Case 5. You missed quite a lot of hijinks. And this means that the alabaster knife did find its way to Babal. But how? Tragic. I can stop absolutely no difference between this primitive statue and Babal's. The statue's face looks a bit like a costumed hero you like very much. I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face. And Japanese people, and it's not just Americans, Franziska, I think you're the weird one. The statue wasn't made by an American, you know. At least, I don't suppose so. Jokes that work much better in the original version. Let's investigate this as well. What is that plant supposed to be? Franziska, can't you see it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Miles Edgeworth! As a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your salary assessment next month. You are deluding yourself to think you have any control over that. Okay, Franziska is still funny. She's still very funny as an assistant. I think I need to present the autograph here. Franziska is angry, embarrassed, not blush, embarrassed. Yeah, she obviously is. Aha! Larry, about this spear. Oh, are you feeling it? Bam! I thought there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry, is it just me or is the spear a bit bent? What? No way! It's exactly as it should be, yo! Here I have the autograph you wrote to me earlier. Now take a good look at which you drew with your own hands. You can see that this spear is clearly of a different shape. Ah! What do you have to say to that? I'm sorry! When I hold that spear in my hand, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then, during practice, I was spinning it around and around. And bam! I hit the wall! Honestly, the spear being bent is also a reference to Game 1. I'm pretty sure the spear was also bent there in Turnabout Samurai. Hold it! You unbelievable! This is an embassy! But I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. He bent the tip, yeah. We're just going to continue with the peen jokes, are we? One time, an overnight field trip, I brought a fake sword and played with it late in the night. I'm just useless hot-blooded man! Larry, clarify that for me, will you?
Okay, so it was some field trip and I began to shadow fight with myself. Not that! I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spear and hitting the wall. Yeah, his name is Hairy Ass. Yeah. Oh, that! It's no biggie. It's not like I left a hole or anything. That's not what I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning around would cause it to bend. Man, Ed, you're so naive! What? Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear, but it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend. Is that so? Wow, I think Edgeworth kind of broke a bit on the inside. Don't tell me you thought it was real. I don't think Edgeworth has seen a metal. This is a very slow ego death for Edgeworth. Poor man. This is probably the worst thing that happened to him all across this game. Just the ego death from Larry. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute. At least both from Karma. I see. Your friendship is totally something special, Miles Edgeworth. Ugh, that's not a friendship, it's utter humiliation. Okay, so we know it's hollow. Let's continue onwards. Oh, guys. No. Chad, I just noticed the... So this is... Why, like, remember the bush? Why is there another... Why is there another segment of the tree that looks like this? Should I censor this, Chad? It looks really sus. What bush? Senior or junior? I'm talking about the bush here. Why, like, it looks off. I don't think leaves should be in that place, or maybe the leaves are there to censor things. Hi. It's a little boy's head. No! It's supposed to be his hand holding a cane. Okay, I did not think of that. Just the tip. At least one of us isn't filthy in the head. At least one of us! The person is shaking hands with the steel samurai in the picture. It's Ambassador Alba. It was taken just before the murder. The steel samurai must be very popular. They've been using National Treasure as a backdrop. Just a tip. I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about Top Knot there? Clearly there is a depth to this show that a young person like you can fathom, but she's 19! He is very wood-coated. Oh my god, Edgeworth is... Franziska is 19. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show with costumed actors? Oh wow. Oh, that's such a burn. Edgeworth, I think she got you. Got you good. Two gorgeous flowers in full bloom here. I'm sure flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as a lovely name. It's Edgeworth. Are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare. This show isn't for girls, Franziska. No girls allowed. Passion flowers. It's a rather unusual name. It was named by the priests of the 15th century for the Passion of the Christ. And they say learn something new every day. Let's examine this. It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. Yes, I can't say I see anything unusual about it. Let's try talking with these guys. No matter how hard you try, it will never be a necessity in our Shifu's investigation. Edgeworth, while you are being
Oh yeah, Frenzy knows the flowers. Plant Girl Franny continues. Edgeworth, while you're busy being a nerd, Frenzy was gardening. Is this an embassy of some South American country? It's the embassy of a fake European country. Of Alabast. Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something. He overlooked a lot of things last case. If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Oh, and what exactly would you punish him? And how exactly would you punish us? South Europe, I believe, like Romania. Yeah. Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation. Vindictive much? You did some investigating over in the Bobbly's embassy too, right? Spanking. This has big Brazil vibes. Brazil! Man. When someone says Brazil, I think of that one Jujutsu Kaisen edit. You know, the one. I did. Is there a problem? Longzi says, a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once. I believe the idiom he requires, he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither. I mean, Brazil was colonized by Europeans. It is. Yeah. Much like a lot of South America. A real wolf can catch both. I see. So what are you trying to say, seeing as I am currently handling 2 cases? Suit yourself. But don't say I didn't warn you. And let's go investigate the body. The body yaddy yaddy. So this is the victim, Master Mask II. What is with this gaudy outfit? You don't know about Master Mask? Yes, but Latin American colonies have a vibe that is very not European. That is true. A few months ago. You're the one to talk, Francisca. This thief caused a lot of havoc in the populace. So this thief is separate from the Atagarasu? I thought they were for a while, because their ammo and targets were different. The mask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy is his signature. Gumshoe was the one in charge of that investigation, so we know more about the mask. That's alright. All I'd probably hear are tales of his failure anyway. Is this guy bad? He's morally ambiguous. You haven't changed a bit, I see. In any case, let's get started here, shall we? And let's investigate. That's a katana. Bad is sexy, yeah. He's literally called Bad, though. Yeah. His name is Tyrell Bad, which means that he's the real bad. Also, I'm afraid you opened up B's a baddie. Yeah. I can't believe we're opening the bad thirsting section. There's blood on the blade. It's another sweeping sword, isn't it? What did you expect? It's a Steel Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon. I only call it his secondary because, although he uses this sword in most of the battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns into a real fight. You sure quite know a bit about the Steel Samurai. That's only because I saw the stage show earlier. No, it's not! The owner of his sword is the Steel Samurai, or in other words, Larry. Edgeworth, why are you calling people daddy? He's calling the Steel Samurai daddy. Like, it's not daddy in the kinky way, it's daddy in the familial way. The internet really ruined daddy. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. I thought the mask had quite quit the business. This guy is just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. I want to see if he was added. Nope, not yet. He's just another petty thief.
Daddy's nuts in your mouth, wow. Of course. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Casino. Like casino! I finally understand the pun! Let's go gambling! Ah, damn it. And here I thought we were done with the Balatro references. He's 29 and wanted larceny charges. From his clothes... You want to go gambling? No. Is your profession at the moment part of your identity? I have a suggestion. We're not playing Balatro! We're not playing Balatro! No! I will not go there! Also, we're playing Dave the Diver on Mondays. We're not another Balatro cut. No! I can't escape it! He'll get everyone. No! Chad is harassing me. Jimbo. There's... Okay. We determined that this guy is the real Demaster II. If you don't play Balatro, fine, tell him. He's not gonna do anything to me. It seems like he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. Okay. Anything else? Let's look at this. Yeah, he is. Sprays held with butter like... Yes, please. I need to make an edit of like... You know how there's this clip art of like a guy with a hose and he's spraying it on a dog? Or cat? It's absolutely me. Ironically enough, there is a seltzer spray in Balatro. There... You can't escape it. It would appear to be the directions of how to reach the room written by hand. There is something written on the back as well. I'd like to steal the Primidu statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? I can't believe Allenby is a real place. Yeah, the whip is her stim toy. It's her stim toy. If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Like the guy with the coffee, the guy with the coffee mug, it's more of an addiction, to be honest. And then there's also the guy with the hawk, and in that case, it's his emotional support animal. God forbid a woman have anything. Just soon the person has requested the theft of Primidu statue. Anything else? There is not a single shred of fashion sense in Dumask's costume. Woman. At least I can appreciate the great effort must have been put into making it. You two don't know? You can buy this costume almost anywhere now. The men of woe, men. The men of woe. I'm sorry, I need to eventually stream Disco Elysium in here. I started a Let's Play and then I stopped, but I really enjoyed the game and I want to try doing a different build. But I can, like, I haven't played enough Disco Elysium that I can ad-lib the narration. It's being sold. Since when? Since New Year's, the streets are practically flooded with them. I can't recall the thing, so why do I feel so sad? Turns out the mask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly. You got your point about 3 foolishes back from Disco. Yeah, Disco is very good. Great game. Wow, 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 wow. Do I have any logic to connect? Nope, not yet. Already spoke with Tyrell Bad. Let's check with the Primidu statue. There. Was the exact statue sitting in the Barbali's office we examined? By friendly the source. I probably should. And a sweat roll. It's the Primidu statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cordopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing. What an incredibly childish fight to have. I won't trust and flame inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. And I'm pretty sure I already found it. There's a change in the angle. There's so much evidence in this case. Look at this photo and tell me what you find odd about this scene, Miss von Karma. The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot hand? That's not it. I was trying to point out how the statue in the photo is facing a different way. Look at this graph. Wait, no, I need to do like more of a graph. Look at this graph! You're right. The statue is a national treasure. Is this the final case? It should have a... It is. It's true. As such, only an ambassador or secretariat level person is allowed to handle it. In fact, that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene. It is proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime. I guess that about wraps up my investigation. Oh, that's... It's the Pink Princess. Yo, Pink Princess! How are you feeling? Still feeling ill? And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. Hold up, there's a cat boy there. Excuse me? Shilong Lang is a wolf boy. There is a big difference. And so, yeah. And so, the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastian Embassy a visit. Yeah, he does. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. I like, Show is a cat boy, he's in Twowie. That is true. There are decorative plants here as well. This room is overflowing with nature. Humans used to live in the grandeur of nature once long ago. I believe I'm not mistaken in thinking that those people truly love nature. This coming from a man who loves shows featuring costumed actors. He is Wolverine fun. Yeah, a fan? Yeah, probably. Ugh, she just had to go there and again, didn't she? Wow. Oh my gosh, we have 10 viewers right now. That's so cool. I'm a big fan of the double digits. I just realized that Bad wears his coat like Ishmael in our obsession ego. Yeah, he does. Don't bang my finger at my nose, Edgeworth. Wow, Franziska is being an ideal little sister. The way she jabs him about his favorite shows is absolutely accurate. It's too real. Someone in chat had a real... Like, someone in the writing team had a little sister. They knew the specifics. Miss Pink Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Pink Princess, if you would please answer. Me! This might... Franny's very happy about the plants and it was start mansplaining plants to the plant girl. Yeah, and she jabbed. Yeah, it is a security guard. She was a mascot later on. This must be what they call fate. How could this happen 2 days in a row? What the? Aren't you Miss Oldbag? Why are you so surprised? Fun fact, Edgeworth and, yeah, his heart is broken. I don't think his heart is broken as much as he's mortified that he has to meet her twice. By the way, fun fact, Wendy Oldbag and Larry Butts actually worked together as security guards in case 2 of
trials and tribulations.
So you're the one they got to play the Steel Samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now.
You are acquaintances with Larry?
Well, yes, we worked in the same company for a little while, you know.
Yeah, it is funny.
That's why it's okay, my edgy poo. You don't need to be jealous. No! I was in the next room, you know, trying to get some beauty sleep. But it was so noisy here, I couldn't fall asleep. So I came over here to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious edgy poo waiting for me. I mean, who could have imagined that you would ever come to a show like this?
When the old bag is mean, but like with Edgeworth, she's a lot nicer. That's her modus operandi.
I guess I misjudged you, edgy poo.
She is mean to Phoenix. Yeah, and
you misjudged him? I thought he was trying to avoid me, you know.
That was no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I was trying to do.
But it looks like winds have shifted and now he's willing to be chased after. No. No. I'm simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, edgy poo. I chased you for forever to the ends of the earth.
Or maybe until he finally gets a restraining order against her.
Isn't that just peachy?
This is the one of those rare titles from Disco and I actually see eye to eye. Edgeworth is traumatized. He absolutely is traumatized for life. Poor man. Yeah. Now then, what are you doing here? I thought you were working on Gatewaterland as the Pink Badger.
What are you talking about? That was ages ago.
That was literally yesterday. That was yesterday!
Look, I worked at Global Studios before, a long time ago, right?
Well, they called me up this morning, kind of out of the blue, actually. She has her up here. Yeah, she does, but it's fake.
They called you? They called you? Apparently, the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. It happened so suddenly, they called me in to be her last-minute replacement.
Do they not have enough people on staff in that studio? And a pay.
I really couldn't say no, so here I am, playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl, I mean. But that poor girl, I feel so bad for her. Because they let me stand in for her, she's going to have a terrible time when she returns. I mean, I'm not got the great reader. Because I tell you, they're just really a bunch of simpletons. You're a rather lively old lady.
So basically, you received an astounding request from this morning, correct?
You got it. If you need to see it, I've got it right there. Look.
It appears that she is telling the truth.
I tell you, my fine acting moved the entire audience to tears.
Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall.
But being famous has its problems too, you know. Here, look at this. It's a letter from a stalker! I was just taking my break when I found this stuck under the door in my room. Honestly, you really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look at what it says! Wendy, I'll be descending from you far above tonight. Your loving knight. Humph, how absolutely revolting! I mean, you'd think you would just get my name right. There is no accent in my name.
Stockholm syndrome, yeah. Wait, this horrible handwriting. Where have I seen this before?
But now you're here, Jipo. I feel 100% safe.
Where do I factor into this? Her name is Wendy. Yeah, it is Larry.
You bust that evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Jipo?
Well, if you allow me the liberty of handle this in my own way. I'll gladly dispatch a detective in your house later.
Oh, come on, Edgy Poop. Stop being so dismissive and playing hard to get.
Let's ask about the time of the murder. What were you doing at the time of the crime?
What crime? What? After the show was over, I had nothing but free time on my hands.
Is she like into scat? Why is she called him Pooh? It's an affectionate name.
So I used the fireplace in the room next door to keep my bad hip warm.
Well, a murder occurred in a room right next to yours.
Is that right? Oh, Edgy Poo, I'm so scared. Hold me, caress me.
It's gross. She needs to be stopped.
Hold it!
If you could please not cling onto my personage.
I know Bale isn't a native speaker, so he doesn't know of that. That or he's trolling.
In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up at Ambassador Alba's speech?
I actually read this as I heard it used on Markiplier specifically. I'm gonna reread the Franziska text.
In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up in the Ambassador Alba's speech? Oh, that. No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have the heart of a young, tender maiden, but my body just refuses to cooperate at times.
Wendy, there's already one hot old person you can have. Yeah, it's true. Hot old person you can have. Yeah, it's true. I ship it.
Can you provide proof of your condition?
You just go ahead and ask the doctors in the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to the embassy.
I have to admit, thought of her not being able to leave the room is rather pleasant. Oh my god! It's him! Important character alerts. Best boy in all of the series, it's Missile.
Prosecutor Von Karma, I brought the police dog as requested, sir. Good work. You may leave now, officer.
Look at him.
This dog. I requested the existence of a dog in search of the Atagarasu.
It's Missile. Looks like you guys have some pretty bright dogs in this country too. Yes, it is him. Hey, you're a real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy. That's the police dog Gumshoe's been taking care of. I think its name is Missile. Hold on, she can just request dogs to be deployed in her location? I don't think too hard about it, but he's such a good boy. Look at those eyebrows. My favorite fun fact is that like there's two main like there's a dog called the dog is called Missile after Shu Takumi, is a real dog, and who is the creator of the game. And in Justice for All, there's a cat, and the cat's name is Shu.
What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out front and attacks.
She looks very happy about this. But action alone isn't exactly what's going to solve the case for us, you know?
Now, Missile, I want you to find some clues. Go!
A woof. Look at his butt.
Good dog. You really are quite bright, aren't you? Unlike a certain someone I know. Now, what do we have here?
What is this? It looks like a small hot dog, but...
Wait, Franziska, isn't that an official samurai hot dog? Did they find spaghetti? Does this look like spaghetti? I think your definition of spaghetti is quite warped.
Grr. No! Bad missile! He ate it. I wonder if it's alright for him to eat that.
Yeah, I did look a bit like spaghetti. Spaghetti taco. My definition of spaghetti is very simple. It's drinkable and delicious. Okay.
It's just a meat substance snack featuring a steel samurai. I'm sure it'll be fine. That's quite a bit of information you gathered there in a single quick glance. We should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog in there in the first place. It looks like the snack wasn't all that Missile found. Oh, and what do we have here? It appears to be a lady's undershirt. I wonder if Ambassador Alba's might have an interesting cross-dressing.
Ooh, the drug. The drag. I can't believe... Honestly, Explode Things, I think that your commitment to drinking spaghetti is very impressive.
I somehow doubt that. It doesn't look like the shirt would have even fit him. A samurai dog and lady's undershirt. What are these two items doing in a room like this? Given the circumstances, the lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. I suppose I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it.
Back to talking with the old bag. Is the ambassador the dead person? No, the ambassador is this dude over here. Quercus Alba. Or maybe it's Cursius? I don't know. I don't want to use tree person. Yeah, it's the tree person.
If you could please take a look at this brown colored undershirt.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, Edgy Poo, what is the meaning of this?
Huh?
Why did you steal that thing from my bags? All you had to do was ask, and I would have gladly have given you as many as you'd like.
Wow. Yeah, he's literally named Quercus. Quercussy. I know how to say it, but sadly I'm not the one to tell you. On the call to tell you. Ah, well. You know, I should probably add in, I need to add some actions you guys can do. I need to see how you can do stuff. How you can do that. I'll look at it later. Literally an oak. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here in the crime scene.
What?
Come now, why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here?
I know nothing! Nothing, I tell you!
Spray bottle. Damn it.
What?
What?
Oh, I admit I used the fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact I had to, you know. Wearing that Pink Panthers costume was like being in a sauna.
Why did it is specifically an oak? Milk the maker and plant. Yeah.
And on top of that, I get fingered as a suspect. You're too cruel, Edgy Poo.
Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room?
Of course I am. If I had been the one to find a body, do you think I'd be as calm as relaxed as I am? I'll tell you, it's always they're missing. Honestly, men these days.
I don't know what to do with my chat. That was coming. I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. Oh yes, that sounds like good mac and cheese.
Explode Things, you also drink mac and cheese.
Wow.
Well, I don't believe she's lying about her actions, so I can safely assume she was dirtying her shirt by the fireplace on her break. And somehow the undershirt managed to move from her next room into this one. I assume the samurai dog was also yours?
Ah, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can see through everything about me.
And so the feeling of dread continues. But I suppose I should ask for more details. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it?
Oh, of course. I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo.
Hold it!
If you could please stick to what I asked you. Edgy, are you and Miss Oldbag? No!
You really don't change, do you? When you really learn how to take a joke. Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are a present from the studio at the embassy. A present?
I am very bad and deserve the spanking. Well, Sundancing Kitty, you should know of the Franziska von Karma whipping treatment. I advertised it previously on the stream. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them into the pushcart just to move them all. Administrative punishment. Those studio guys should have just delivered those things by themselves, right, Edgy? So did you deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff as per your instructions?
Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore my question.
Aren't you going to stick up for me?
About that. See, after the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know. And then there were the samurai dogs just sitting on the dressing room floor. I suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show. Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well.
Excuse me?
Oh, I tried one. I thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids show, their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so boxes. Wow. As I sat there by my rolling fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, this is...
Did you say anything? No, it was, this is...
What is it now? Oh, I know! I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me.
This is a surprise tool that'll help us later, guys. Yeah, double Willow Malum's solidarity and judgment, absolutely. Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Well, Powers was fine, honestly. It's just these two. MLM. Multi-level marketing. Hold on. I think that today we'll finish this investigation interrogation and then we'll be done for tonight. Is there a Bronze Samurai for those of us who are not yet in the Iron Age? Multi-level men-loving man. No, I don't think there is, but there is the Nickel Samurai. Marxist, Leninist, Maoists. And your point is... smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least according to Larry. This is a contradiction in facts, is it not? Hold on. Why isn't there multi-level marketing? There is. It's just people who speak in Ubu talk.
Ooh, do you want to join my multi-level marketing scheme?
And feel free to clip that chat.
Don't you want to become a girl boss for us? It would be very successful.
Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented or something on that roof? Yeah, absolutely. There is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry in this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was mistaken impression on Larry's part.
I will never. Never ever.
On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from the fireplace went?
I will never do that again. I will never do that again, I promise.
Unless... The smoke that came out of the chimney was actually from Miss Oldbag's file.
Unless I will do that again. No! I'm not gonna become a Discord kit. No. The world must suffer your MLM scheme.
Yeah. So basically, the fireplaces of neighboring rooms. Share one chimney. Isn't that what you're implying? Precisely. And now we know that there's a shared chimney and the undershirt. The lady's undershirt that Missile found. Ah! Why are you getting all excited over holding a lady's undergarment? Miles, Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug! If you know the owner of that undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already. You have it all wrong. This is evidence. And the owner of the piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace in the room.
Man, the yawning got me.
This lady's undershirt? Are you seriously claiming that somebody somehow passed through a solid brick wall? Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other. Perhaps a closer look on the back of the fireplace is in order. There's an X on the brick wall of the fireplace. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. What is that? The wall separating the room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect the room of the neighbor's room. The neighboring room. There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through this room's fireplace. We now know that the fireplace connects the two rooms. But how exactly is that significant? You aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as the Mask II's killer now, are you? No, she couldn't have moved at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with the Mask II's murder.
I gotta stretch my booty. I've been sitting for like an hour straight and I feel my my ass getting stiff.
It would appear that the answer has made itself known.
You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Replace the ass. Sure. Buy me one and then I'll get it. Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have. Very well then, if you're prepared. I'll show you exactly what my deductions have led me. Good! I'm counting on you, Edgy! Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie?! I know that there is still something you're keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you believe me on the matter I say, Edgy? Spray on shoes? Maybe. Curse you! I should just hurry up and die already if that's how it's gonna be. I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself. Oh man. Someone make an emo edit of Larry Butts, please. And throw everything into a mass confusion.
You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Even if you make that face on me, it's no use. A man who is ready to die is strong-willed, you know. Larry, it doesn't matter what kind of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only asked that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of an insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Gee. Although allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent of this case. And I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. Alright, this time I'll tell the whole truth, okay? What happened, what didn't happen, the works. Just what happened will do. Now then, if you please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Time for cross-examination from the butts. At least Larry isn't lying under oath this time. I mean, he's lying because there is no oath to be under. After the show, I left the pushcart on the rose garden and came into the embassy. Then, they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, I waited until my next appearance. I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that's a rare thing, you know. So then, I went to play Santa and decided to give it a try. Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore. But it's kinda ultra embarrassing. And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? Gee, man. I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. So you're just gonna have to reason it out with me. As your superior, I command to hurry up and expose this man's lie. I have every intention to, for I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. Okay. I fucked your mom's shit lips, Larry. I can see him doing that. Let's press about the chimney. I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare. Agreed. Especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses. Plus, many grand buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys. Yeah, but that kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type. A romantic chimney. It might sound kinda silly, but women seem to really enjoy them. And I just had a good feeling about that chimney. So then I went to play Santa and decided to give it a try.
Hold it!
Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. Larry, admit you have a Santa kink. Yeah, he definitely does. It's not the first time he took costume as Santa. There's definitely... I think that during Christmas, Larry likes to binge those Hallmark Santa romance films. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter. I know! I get it! I'm totally a real bad guy again! Hold it. I thought you were his friend. Don't you think that was a bit harsh? Honestly, good on Lang for, like, seeing through the bad things about Edgeworth's harshness, but I think that if Lang spent more time next to Edgeworth, he'd probably understand it. No, bad is over there, your butts. It's true. Longzy says, true friends are bosom friends. If you're in trouble, call upon your bosom friend, whose shoulder you can truly cry on. I can't believe he said bosom. Hey, bosom buddy, I hope you're listening carefully to my testimony. Has it crossed your pea-sized brain that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry? Now then, you were wandering around the inside the embassy, and then what happened?
Hold it!
You left the pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement for me? Titty twinsies. Yeah, so the wheels on the pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. It would have made a mess of the floor inside, so Ambassador Alba just said to leave it. Well, it would be rather impolite to do it to another country's embassy. Come to think of it, I recall seeing the Pink Princess on my way to the embassy. And what was she doing? Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some docs on a stretcher. She must have been incapacitated by the pain of her bad hip that she suffered during the show. So I came to the embassy, right? And then... Okay, that was what happened. Let's press the last statement and see if he has anything to tell us. You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. That was down at Gourd Lake. Ugh, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me. And kind of traumatic. Edgeworth was arrested for murder and had to relive a lot of his past trauma. Sounds like you guys share a lot of history. A perk of being childhood friends, huh? Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all. I must go. Good luck with prosecutor. Thank you for tuning around, Vale. I had fun with you on chat. Actually, Lang be like, damn, I wish I had friends. I have subordinates, but it's not the same. Let's raise an objection. Actually, I believe the case of this man playing Santa is actually quite a big deal. Are you saying your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff? Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang.
Hey, Angie! That's so incredibly mean!
Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people over the world?
Being an alpha is lonely. That is true.
Of course I know that. I did graduate from junior high, you know. In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to. I was delivering a present to a child not basking in the warm glow of love?
Objection!
That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard, but a lie is still a lie. You sure know how to get a guy when he's down, you know that? In any case, the person you wished to deliver the present on to was most certainly this.
Take that!
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Hey, we like pretty old women. Don't spread lies about me! I totally didn't want to seem his old bag so much as that I tried to go down a chimney. Ow! I advise you stop right there with your bashing of a lady. Oh my god, look at her, respecting women's rights and women's wrongs, and just women in general. She do be sipping her respect woman juice tonight. Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever have the one to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what? Define wrong impression. I simply mean that the man before you is thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing her very important fact. Franny has 2 joined women and plants. Don't insult either of them. And horses. I think that's the 3rd one. Wait, what was the history? I think I need to present a love letter.
Take that!
Larry, I'd like for you to take a look at this piece of evidence. A bit. I mean, I think it's less explicit than Plant Lover. I mean, I think that, like, her being a horse girl is more fanon than canon. Be quiet and just take a look!
Oh!
Ah, yikes. I need to think through this one more time. Is that Fanon? I brought that was something we came up with these three... I mean, I don't know. I think some people like say Franziska's a horse girl. Like, maybe... I don't know if it's just my thing. I think I did meet Franziska fans that like said that she had that, but I maybe... It may be less common than I thought. I don't know. Larry didn't know one very important fact when he tried to sneak into the old bathroom. And that fact is summed up with this. Am I going to present the undershirt?
Take that!
No. What didn't he know? What didn't he know? Ooh. Oh, the stand-in request. That's what I need to present. This is something the old lady received from her employee that night for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy, was it again? It seems that this man was quite taken with that actress. Hold it! But that's not true, Edgy! Huh? She's the one with the hots for me! I just know it! I can feel her sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. Sexy beam, I tell you! You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, cowardly apparition of a man. See, I think that she does have the source. She just really likes saying the word fool. You haven't matured at all since we last met. I mean, to be fair, it has been a few months. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes? This guy. He's got bigger problems just getting involved in murders, I take it. I suppose you could put it that way. Hey, what the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why do you all have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy? To return to the original topic, I propose at least this much has been made clear. She went to Germany and became an international engine in a few months. She can judge. Yeah, honestly, queen shit right there. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy has fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure. Hold it! Hey, Edgy, looks like you got the hang of this court thing now. It has been a while, you just need to be in a couple of trials to get it. But we're not in court at the moment. Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court. I guess old boys here still has something he'd like to say. Langzy says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. I think that in this rate, Lang is just really wanting to fuck with Edgeworth. He just wants to encourage this man just to see Edgeworth fucking tremble in embarrassment. He shouldn't form conclusions until everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen. It's so nice that he's actually... I like how Lang is... Like, he went from... Oh, I'm just gonna jump in my prey and get it. And then he's going... Like, he basically... It seems like his philosophy for approaching a situation changes on the quote that he decides to quote at that moment. I still cannot get over the jump of, like... Oh, I evidence schmevidence, logic schmogic, and then he, like, adapts, and then he, like, does it 180. It doesn't even feel like he's adapting, in my opinion. Just a bit of Lang disappointment for the stream to balance out. Alright. So do you like Lang? I think that so far he's... I don't know if I'd say I like him. I'd say that he's better.
I think it's nice to. It seems it's actually nice that he's actually egging Larry on.
Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest?
I mean, reminder, he has his team, so this is the old Lang. Yeah, he does have his team back. Yeah, how he is normally. It's true.
So you think all I wanted to do was to go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was the case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then to top it all off, became a suspect in a murder. That's what he really meant.
But why would I ever put myself through so much in relation on purpose?
He is just side-eyeing. Hey! Someone say something! Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this not as a confession but as testimony?
In case 3? I mean, it's true. He was only with Sheena and, like, his team was nowhere around. It's fair. Like, he definitely seems to be calmer when he has his team around. I can take that.
So what if I am? Is there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with that? So it was you! You're my stalker! But I should warn you that it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of one who's wholly focused on men. As long as Ajipu's alive, I can't just drop him to be unfaithful. No, I can't. Although, wait.
Oh my god. She's also into Lang. Damn it.
I feel so inspired. You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all around completely worthless man.
I thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. Yeah, I think that, like, she likes her men a little younger. I believe there's nothing further for me to prove at this point.
What do you mean?
Of course you've still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof that I was trying to meet up with Bendy. Proof, you say? Remember, Edgy, everything is evidence in court, right? You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry, but I understand your point. Yeah, see, I'm totally a pro at this now. Very well. If you wish to see this evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. Dad is still in the room watching all this go. Yeah, he's just gonna like, I'm just gonna let the young ones play this out. No need to involve myself any further.
So you think all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then, on top of it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what it really meant. Well, it was for the love letter.
Objection!
Bad watching the clown show, wondering if he just pick up smoking again. Larry, don't even think about denying what you have knowledge of this letter. Hey! Why are you showing that thing to me? Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving knight. Well, isn't that just romantic? But if you were able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight? Ah! I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing.
Objection!
But you pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady. Yeah, he does give bottom energy. What part of this letter shows the person Larry was intending to meet was not... Yeah, it's probably this. It's Mindy, not Wendy. Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again. What the heck? What
What are you talking about? Speak English! You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became Wendy to the average eye. Hey, stop begging on me. It's so embarrassing!
Wow. Bro's an artist but can't write. Some people are like that.
There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they?
Okay, he is more entertaining in this one. He's, Lang is more entertaining in this, version.
For punching. But that will have to wait until we're off the crime scene.
Edgy, save me for the scary man. Yeah, he's more fun in this one. I'll give him that. Congratulations, Lang. You improved. Most improved.
Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
That wasn't me.
Come again?
It's a fake. Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter. Set me up.
Accept your defeat graciously.
But you guys are being so mean.
Hold it!
Penmanship analysis.
What's that?
No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, we all have to do is compare handwriting in the letter to a sample of yours. And we'll know soon enough it was sent to this letter.
I'll never write another thing in my life.
Hold it!
It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. For you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting.
Take that!
This is a really fun cross-examination.
This autograph in our mysterious letter. To compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to your questions soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm sorry! I did it. It was me causing the troll again. I admit it. You hit the nail right on the head, Edgy.
So he finally confesses.
I saw the pink creases being carried around in a stretcher and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Minnie's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or bust, Edgy.
Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination.
Well, at least it was honest. I wrote Minnie a letter and stuck it under the door. That way, she wouldn't be so shocked when they came down through the chimney.
Except the fact that letter was utter failure at conveying said sentiment.
I'm really, really sorry.
Larry, you may be shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me, because at the very least, I can attest to that about you. The bar is very, very low.
Edgy, you were...
Ah! We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you.
Oh!
In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened.
Larry, you're scum, but not criminal scum. Exactly.
Mr. Larry Bott sought to climb down the chimney. Not for access to the crime scene, but to enter a room from the elderly lady next door. Hold it. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although, I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends. But the suspicion of the guy over there isn't completely resolved yet. So don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay?
Ow. Hey, what? Edgy, what does this wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet?
He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicions hanging over your head. That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect after all. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing that night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene. As long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that. This wolf refused to ease up on his bite.
Look at you, applying some common sense. Good on you, Lang. Woohoo!
OMG! That guy! He looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me!
Oh, welcome to the stream, Cyrus Berry. When did you join in? It's good seeing you.
I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely bubbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got. I can easily point out the contradictions in the supposed murder weapon. But the real problem is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble. I really can't escape Elatria references, can I?
Hey, yeah. Hey, Porgs. Thank you so much for the raid. It's good seeing you. I hope you'll enjoy the stream. Thank you for welcome to the stream. We're currently playing Case 5 of Ace Attorney Investigations. While you're here, don't feel free to follow and, like, I don't know, thirst over the hot anime characters. And, I don't know, bully me while I play the game, but not too much, I'm sensitive. But this is one game I can't afford to lose. Like, bad, yeah. Gamercore and Kiana I have been thirsting, lol. Yeah, with Gamercore / Kiana, same person, different accounts. It's Bad. Tyrell Bad is the one who has been the most thirsted on for this entire stream, and honestly respect. Okay. Why Larry? Why indeed? I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damas II. No, my phone when I'm doing something on my PC. It's fine. How are you liking the game so far? Well, you see, Porgs, I actually played this game a couple of times back in like a few years ago. This Ace Attorney Investigations was my gateway game to the series. And like this series has been an opportunity to revisit it. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's not the best Ace Attorney game. I feel that it doesn't have the same heart. It doesn't have the same heart, yeah, as previous games, but it's a lot of fun. It's hard not to call this game fun. The set pieces are fun. The dialogue is witty. My big issue is that Gumshoe kind of feels flanderized, but I do like what they're doing with Edgeworth, and the banter between Franziska and Edgeworth is sweet, and Kay is really fun. And next game, Ace Attorney, nice. I've heard lots of people have played. Yeah, they have. It was one of the original games that was posted it was published back in the day. The only in the early 2010s, the only games they published were the first 4 Ace Attorney games and Ace Attorney Investigations 1, and then Investigation 2 got region locked for over a decade. It was crazy. Anyways, back to the testimony. Overall, pretty good game. Hard to call the... And Investigations 2 is also a game looking forward to investigating, to searching. Mostly to see how much the official translation holds up, and also to revisit to just revisit the plot and see if it's also as good as I remember. I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damas II. Besides him was the samurai sword, glaring red and offering up the scent of blood. Well, not the first 4, because AA1, yeah. Yeah, the first Ace Attorney is region locked, but the remake with Rise from the Ashes was released. It's true. The first GBA game only had the first 4 cases, and Rise for the Ashes is the bonus case. I'm on Case 2, Investigations 2, and so far it's quite fun. Yeah, Investigations 2's second case is also a lot of fun. Enjoy the circus.
It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murderer's weapon and its owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too. Okay. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? But this owner went to sneak in onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being the chimney, we've already established that.
Knock him fast!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? He really seems to dangle it, huh? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're not accusing me of fabricating evidence. You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. Yep, Sheena told you the reason, you know. But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that. Right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, my boyfriend fabricates evidence, not me. Allegedly. I mean, there was a term about Trump where that actually happened, but we're not. But anyways, there is still a bit of time before that level of desperation hits. Yeah, he did do it. He did the ace, the bloody ace. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. Wow. I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damas II. Besides him, there was a samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead.
Hold it!
Let's press some statements. Larry's already testified he forgot the samurai sword here. Yeah, I was shaking hands with the ambassador in here and I left the hand by accident.
Knock him fast!
So what? You lied earlier, so who's to say that this excuse isn't just another lie? But I forget stuff all the time. Right, Edgy? Tell him. Why don't you tell him yourself? You see, what did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse. Oh, also, Parks, you missed, I did a fake infomercial for Franziska's whipping services. And yet you offer it up as fact. You're a worse person than I originally thought. You're free to think whatever you like. However, I know that Larry's not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw soon enough. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here. It's simply not possible to samurai sword as the real murder weapon, so we should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first. Okay, let's see. What is the issue here?
Hold it!
Mary's a...
Knock him fast!
Plus, I found the murderer's weapon owner is a suspect, Larry Butts, in here too.
Hold it!
Just because he's the owner of the weapon, therefore he must be the killer. Is it? No, climbing the way up the chimney is plenty suspicious in my book as well.
Objection!
Oh my god, Regarding that, I already have drawn the truth out. And the truth is one thing I don't bend.
Knock him fast!
It doesn't matter if you, or whoever, you prosecutors are all the same. And for me, prosecutors are the one things I don't trust in.
Objection!
An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at? Sorry, sis. But there are two things I trust. My subordinates and evidence at the crime scene. This much is true, that is consistent with his character. Agent Clank hates prosecutors. But as long as he trusts evidence that has been left in the crime scene, then there is something in the show that he can believe in. I think what I need to present... I'm going to try to present the samurai spear.
Objection!
Okay, I don't. This wasn't where I was supposed to present it. He cannot see straight. Okay. He only sees gay, that is true. It's either gay or autistic with this man.
Objection!
I think maybe the amount of blood is what's giving it away. Let's try presenting the sword at the sword.
Objection!
Nope. I think it's the fact that it's a stage weapon.
Objection!
Oh my god, I'm remembering what happened in case 3 where it took like 20 minutes to figure out Lang's testimony. Okay, what am I doing wrong here?
Hold it!
So you're the first to discover the body this time. This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say. I only said this time because earlier Kay was the first to discover the body in Bilbao. And your secretary, Agent Sheena, was ready to accuse her of murder for that.
Knock them back!
Huh. So are you going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now? Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern when discoverers of bodies. But in Baba Lee's case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one it's a bit different, since we know exactly where the weapon is.
Considering offering up this scent of blood. Ah, I thought I pressed this statement. I didn't. Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean, the sign and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood in the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made only to be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death, huh? The slightest last statement is too important, just let it slip by. Ah, that was the statement. Pretty sure that I need to present the spear here.
Objection!
Bingo bongo! Did you know what this is, Agent Lang? It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. Ah, yes, the superiority of the pointy stick. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip. I think the whip is in a slightly different category. Yeah, Francisca's whip is her stim toy. So, what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here. The way it's bent. Precisely. Apparently a certain troublemaker hit it against the wall in this embassy earlier. As you can see, the inside of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Yes. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there is not even a dent in the samurai sword. How can you explain that? Yeah! Yeah, that sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they can bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jam move. Man, I got such an earful from the director in that play for not doing it in the show. Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him? Oh, poor... This is also going to be relevant for later. Ouch! That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back to the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. Me when playing Balatro. So what I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may. Well, you're gonna need to have more multipliers in that case. Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever. Miss von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. No! I need to... I'm gonna pretend to be sprayed. Ow! Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year-old win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion of convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose! It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion. Yeah, the trauma bonding. Right in the middle of the testimony. That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that that's all we are. Lang is pissed about this. They were just... As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk toward the truth.
Knock them back!
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like to consider it, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Damask II without bending it.
So, what do you think about my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what do you need? Of course, what I need is evidence he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. One more testimony. It's possible that a steal samurai's sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall to the owner of the weapon? How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we examine every other corner within the walls of the embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned, and have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood is this sword.
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Now go back!
If you got something to say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. And I think that what we need to do is to present the...
Objection!
Oh, no? Seems like maybe I need to press the statement before I save.
Hold it!
The only place where you could find blood on the samurai sword. That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there is no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion this samurai sword is the only weapon? Well, the only thing we have to do is to raise an objection. If you believe that there is no other possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Now go back!
And how do you plan to do that? By showing you what might possibly be the real murder weapon.
Now go back!
The real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy, and they concluded that nothing else could have been used as a weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in the investigation.
Now go back!
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
Hold it!
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. Merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't have laid a finger on. Even that item is the real murder weapon. And that item is the real murder weapon. Alright then. I'll play along for now. The real murder weapon that killed Mas II. What exactly is it? The real murder weapon, which not a single person have yet to touch, is this. Let's see.
Take that!
National Treasure of Alabaster. Hold it. You mean the primitive statue? Yes, and you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
Now go back!
You know very well that if we did that, there would be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction of the statues facing before and after the crime is different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go and look for Ambassador Alba, and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please let's be rational about this. Grr!
He's doing the alpha move.
Lang Zi says, just go already!
He probably did say that.
Yes, sir! Shifu. Yeah? I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primidu statue. I see. Wait. But then, the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but the old man's one tough cookie. Oh man, you have no idea.
But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know? Agent Lang. What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. But Shifu, what about causing an international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later. Oh wow.
The amount of writing level that happened with Lang between case 3 and case 5 has improved. He's much more likable in this one. My Lang disappointment is slightly is fading. Good for you. Man, my muscles are killing me.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine. So if someone takes the responsibility, let it be me.
Yeah, you were definitely right, Gamercore.
Responsibility? If you're going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem with my men if something would happen to me. Alright then, less talk and more investigating. We want to know the truth. We can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a chemiluminescence test on the statue. A luminal test? Ah, good thinking. If the statue is a murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. And the last there is. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that the real weapon is killed the mask II. Indeed. But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill the mask II, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that this is the real murder weapon, I believe further examination is required. Huh, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. Ooh, look at this, a handprint. And what do we have here, this sturdy smudge? It looks like a handprint? A handprint. What's a definite bit of evidence like you doing under there? Look, we've got some fingerprints to analyze. Ugh. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's far too late to do anything about that now. You, forensics guy. I want results on these fingerprints ASAP. You hear me? Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good, and? Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Belize embassy.
Yeah, so many people, and just... Bad has just been standing here and just... serving cake.
The prince belonged to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. Ooh, what a twist. But that's... What's going on all around here? No, that's impossible. Such primitive statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But the very fact Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's primitive statue. Impossible! It can't be! Yeah! Yeah, he's disassociating. Larry never once set foot on Babali's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of the smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastian knife in Babal. And Damas II was killed on Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And that mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. Okay, Chad, I think that's enough for today. We did quite a lot today. And, yeah, it is a good cliffhanger. Overall, I'm really enjoying this case. Again, this, Turnabout Ablaze has a reputation for being infamously bad. But I think we haven't gotten to the bad part yet. I'm having fun. Edgeworth and Franziska is still so funny as an investigation partner. Lang is much more tolerable, even entertaining at bits. Seeing Larry was nice, and Old Bag was also there. And I think the way the mystery is being wound up here is very fascinating. So what happened? Why was a Babalese statue in Alabast? And why was an Alabastian knife in Babal? We'll find that next week. But until then, let's stay frosty. And I'll see you next time.